Okay. Give me a minute. I'm going to fix the camera. I adjusted the table again, so I moved some more things around. Shocking, right? Shocking. Don't know what I just did with that deck, but there's the finish line. I'm going to turn the lights on. Me. Sorry, Sean, I gotta get you a new one. Good morning. Happy Halloween. We all live in a yellow submarine. Happy Halloween. All right. Hopefully I'll get the little, this little fern, this little light up mine. All right. I'm just contemplating whether or not to take the elephant out now. Oh my gosh. Marsha the bear. I thought it was Bear in the Big Blue House. Let me just put you two going for the bird. Cats. Look at Max's. Even Max got out of there for this. Sign in 36 seconds. Really? Max, I know you love a roll of toilet paper, but don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to do it? You're going to do it. You're going to roll all over them and claw them and do all sorts of things, huh? You're going to do it? You're going to do it, buddy? Yeah, you are. I'll claw those in a second. Good morning. Happy Halloween. I'm curious. Oh, look, it already did. I was just going to say, I'm curious if it goes to the birds, and it did. I don't get it. I've been feeling the blue again. Going back to the blue cloth that I'll do later. But here we can have a little piece of it in the tuning. If that helps, honey. Good morning. I feel like that's on her face, but it is what it is for right now. I did, I want to timestamp this. I was going to go at 8/8, but I it's a little loud. Okay. I did clear the board yesterday. I couldn't, it's almost like I couldn't deal with the energy being on the board. Couldn't's the wrong word. I didn't want the energy on the board. I didn't even want that story. I was actually contemplating whether or not to even take that video down off of Prophecies of Your Modern Day Seerstress. So I'm just leaving that up for now. I know it did talk about some of the stuff that we had brought up in the previous videos. That's the second time one of these little cats has snuck in there. But I didn't want to read into the same scenario, guys. Oh, he said, she said, third party bullshit, like a good one, a wrong one. Like, no, I'm so over it. If there's something I see that obviously needs to be addressed, then it will get addressed. Oh, I'm crowded down here in my footing. I have to move some things out of the way. And I do have to have hip surgery, which I knew was going to happen anyway, so it was not really a surprise there. But I did move Peanut Butter's cage. I hate that fucking word. His enclosure, I guess. To the left. So he didn't get the breeze from the window. So I want to start at 11, but I was using these cards for prophecy of your Monday citrus as well. I feel like a cheerleader. I'm your cheerleader. I don't know who sings that. So, prophecies of your modern day citrus just seems so long. So, POIMDS, okay? I just heard mind your fucking business. I just got anxiety. I think that happened yesterday as well. Hi, Bada. I wanted this deck for that, though. Oh, yeah? We all live in a yellow submarine. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
What is the song meaning behind We All Live in a Yellow Submarine?
The submarine represents the plumbing in old houses. In the old days, plumbing made a lot of noise, making sounds like being in a submarine. It is yellow because it is a metaphor for there being a sunny side to everything. This is from songfacts.com.
Okay, let me edit this. Okay. 13, 13, 14, 13. Okay, so a sunny side to everything, or you could be dealing with a plumber. I feel like there's still unfinished business in a situation here, but let's just see. I'm going to try to leave the global messages out. Oh my God, I'm getting anxiety. I'm also going to do, hold on. Okay, I'm doing weekend energy in this one too. I'm sure I'll be back. Hopefully this doesn't get continued. It shouldn't. I have the morning off. I'm doing the afternoon shift. So I think I do want to break it up by elements. But there's another deck that I want to use as well. Yeah. I know I have another deck with Halloween on it. But I might actually, I'll clarify it with those. Crows to Rose. It's Crows Tarot. Potato. Okay, let's get the collective energy first, and then we'll start by elements. No, I don't dress up for Halloween unless I'm like going to like a party or something. And I'm not really feeling the party vibe right now. So, happy Halloween. Don't forget to put a light out, light a candle, a lantern. Leave it in your window. That was the main message in the Halloween oracle. So I can pull you. Well, maybe we'll pull. Let's just pull these when I just got pulled to November 1st. Let's just pull these with that when I break down the elements. But we can get one overall energy. See, this even starting right now just feels not eerie, but I'm hearing eerie. It could be something with the air. I haven't smoked it yet, so. Yeah, see, these aren't even knocking right. I'm very particular with my decks. She's beautiful. One message for the collective energy. Going happy Halloween, going into November. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Eternal love. Wow. I don't think that card's ever come out. Cauldron. Synergy and healing. Love is the base. Love is love. And it transcends physical death. Like unconditional, it doesn't go away. It's definitely pulling me to my Santa Morte deck. I can use that as well for one of the weekend energies. Eternal love. When the body leaves us and the souls are above, our possessions are no longer, nothing remains but the intertwining of love. All of us are a product of the millennia of love. Our parents, our ancestors by blood or ritual, some type of created DNA that weaves through our bodies. Love, in fact, powers life and death. When most of us encounter death in our lives, we experience grieving too. In some ways, that could be described in the absence of love, in the absence of a person or a being. But the kind of love is often shared between the family members, friends, or lovers, separated only by physical death, is the kind of poets wax lyricals about, which is truly eternal and transcends death. Should you choose this card, you are being reminded that love is the most powerful force on the universe. It is more powerful than even death itself. Love lingers, it leaves old legacies, and we should be aware of every day that we live. For those that are ready for and desiring of a partner, this indicates that significant love is close at hand and to be ready to open up to a new experience. So it could be speaking of your lifetime message. Your lifetime person, a ride or die, a best friend. But if you're ready for and desiring of a partner, it also indicates a significant love is close and at hand, so be ready to open up to this new experience. So it's definitely the death of an ending. Of certain relationships too that we've been talking about. It's also this impending death at some point as well. Majority of you, this would be somebody who already passed. Could be currently within the last year or two, still kind of raw. Or if you're really feeling them around, they're here to say, like, I love you, I got you, I'm watching over you. But this also looks like a soulmate coming in if they already haven't. And you did have that on the board the other day too, but you still have karmic energies around you, so I wouldn't, I would just be prepared for that too, which might become a little confusing. Who's who, but ultimately I think you guys would make the right choice. Or again, somebody new. Cherish the love. Do. And ironically enough, this was like the middle card, like your hardest obstacle. And it was about your ancestors lighting the candle in the window or light in the window on the way home. Halloween night for those where it's Halloween today. Happy Halloween. And for those, Happy Hallows Eve. But also weekend energy, guys. I'm hearing Earth, so we might read off of Earth. I think I'll build off this card when it comes to individual signs. So for the collective right now, I like the flowers behind it. We have the Fool and the Queen of Wands. You might be able to sense it. You might have to think about something. I'd really use your intuition here, but with the black cat here too. I love it's like how like a Chucky doll. And the uterus and the sac, I'm spacing it, embryo. Okay. Amniotic. But it looks like it's got like a little alien head. It almost looks like that's a pumpkin. But there's a bird sitting on top of it, maybe. I don't know. This feels like a fucking carnival, these cards right now. All over the place. Someone could have long nails. I noticed that. I think Alana the other day is like, where's your nails? Oh my God. I think my whole life the kids have seen me with long nails. I cut them off. Well, I took the dip off because it was refreshing. I could feel the energy. I'd had the dip on for years and years and years. And then I also took them off for surgery that I thought was already going to take place, and I'm actually booking it in January. A blue macaw. That came in the other day with Brazil. Could be something with like a pearl necklace. Not like in the gutter. Like actually like a pearl necklace. So for some reason, someone's mind is in the gutter here. And does it really ever look like a pearl necklace? I mean, come on. So don't kid yourself here. Or somebody else. Could be something with dragonflies, planes, trains, planes, automobiles. That came through yesterday. So actually we have an energy here actually typing on the computer too. We have someone with the eye shut there. We have another woman right here looking down. A hand, a cat. There's a lot of energy, a lot of eyes. And if those are all birds, you can add 2 more eyes. That look like a fan. And the hands are going that way. These hands are going up. So there is something. You could be a healer with your hands. This black cat is just telling me, it's just telling me intuition right now. I mean, you could be good at, you could just be, what do people say, like a cat lady? But don't take offense to that, Shannon. I don't think it's like that. I think it's like some people just have a black cat. It's like when I dreamt of the 4 kittens the other night, it was one black and white and the other ones, I don't know if they were calico. They were definitely different. They weren't a solid color. So I'd definitely keep your cats in if you have outdoor cats on Halloween. Some people like to get stupid and vandalize and, you know, egging, toilet papers, just shit like that. So but I think you're really about to create something here. And I'm hearing like out of this world, because that doesn't even look like a regular fetus. And then he's pulling the blue. Let's give them something to talk about. I just realized there's a guy there. Oh, look at all those hands right there. Holy shit. There has to be like 10. Yeah, there's something going on with your hands. I mean, my knuckles have been dry lately. I think you have like healing powers, something with your hands. I have been being pulled to palm readings. I don't even know anybody who does it around here, but I do find it very interesting, and I don't even know if I would want to do it at the one place that I know does it. I feel like I'd want to get it done more like, I'm hearing like cultural, like in a cultural way, but that doesn't make sense. Someone told me a story once, like every time they go to Florida, there was this one older gentleman that always read the palms. I think he was on the strip for like almost 30 years. And then he just disappeared. I don't know what happened, if he got sick or passed away. But when the guy went to, I think it was Miami, every winter, he would go back and see the guy. Something with the letter T. So I'm getting Tebow. Careful with electronics. People learning new things every day. Like my mom, when she's like, oh, the computer, I had my phone on a laptop, and within an hour it was full and then almost dead. And I was like, well, you're around a lot of electronics. It's going to eat up energy. It's like how you shouldn't stand in front of a microwave. Think about it. Like you're in a hospital. I didn't say think about it like in a rude way, but like think about it in the sense of like the amount of energy, the stuff that's plugged into your room, oxygen, you name it. And as of right now, she is battling 5 things. So health came into this too just now. But I'm like, this poor woman, her spirits are up. We're still in the midst of trying to figure things out. So there is something with health here. She has in her sputum culture, it's a rare, whatever that word is. The bacteria, and then the 2 viruses, the rhinovirus and the enterovirus. So she has those 3 things. Fever's gone, and then she has pneumonia on top of it and stage 4 lung cancer. Like this woman right now, I don't even know how she's walking or talking. It's beautiful. It's amazing. She'll have good days and bad days, and then it looks like, a creatinine level, spiked to 2.9, but it just went down to 2.8. So she's looking at it like an improvement, and it is, and it gives people hope, which is great because hope is needed, love, stuff like that. But she also has post-obstructive pneumonia. And the bacteria is actually in her lungs, which comes from soil or contaminated water or certain foods. It's like, how the fuck did you get that? She doesn't really go anywhere, But she has been working with soil a lot this summer. Like we've been working it together. All of us are able to catch that type of bacteria, but she has a weakened immune system through chemo and radiation. So they do find that like 20% of cancer patients do end up with that bacteria. They just don't know why, because the immune system is just down. It's weak. So like if you're healthy and your immune system hasn't been compromised, you'll never get it in your life, but you touch and work with those organisms all the time. You drink water, soil under your nails. And that pulls me to like Bruce, how I used to go into the garden barefoot. And he's like, oh my God, please don't do that. Everywhere else, but not the garden. Or come and get a pedicure right away. He's seen a lot of people get gross fungal infections. So again, toes and hands. There's something like toes and hands right now. Pay attention. And her blood pressure still is not great. So I'm just hoping it's touch and go, and that they let her out. And everybody right now is like really hopeful she'll be out in a couple days. But I mean, she's still getting antibiotics. This is day 9. No, day 10. Acupuncture, this could be Reiki, this could be, I'm getting pulled to feet too. I mean, she does have swollen ankles. Hopeful energy. But this is more than hope. This is, I'm hearing November as well. But I also got pulled to like the whole Day of the Dead, November 1st and 2nd. Crazy amount of hands. So again, you might be able to heal with your hands. Doctors heal with their hands. They use their hands. Surgeries. I gotta look at my calendar for the best day of surgery as well. Myself, and that recovery is not, I'm not happy about the hip surgery at all. They say it's worse than a hip replacement because it's your joint and ligaments all being tied and stitched together. Can't put weight on my leg for 4 weeks. Got to stay on crutches for 3 to 6 weeks. And do you know I have to start physical therapy a day after surgery? Like, the fuck? And it's my right leg, so it's going to be hard to drive, obviously. I'll be driving for a couple months. People will be dropping me off. So health, on the health side, you could be pregnant, you could be worried about your child, the baby, your own health. But something very creative comes out of this. And again, this could be a boost of energy. There's hands everywhere. There's somebody, that's crossed over, ready to come get you. I did get pulled to hospice. She doesn't want to do hospice, though. She wants to, if it takes a turn for the worse, we're taking her home. Just hopefully we can get her home, because some people you can't transport. Go pulled to a helicopter again. So again, put a light out for them, your loved ones, tonight. I believe that's a fruit fly, which would make sense because I have bananas down here. So don't fret, don't fraternize. Could be work. Could meet someone at work. No. All right, Max, knock it off. Peanut butter, watch out, because Max is stalking you, okay? That little clan of birds got real loud. Yeah? Hi, Max is stalking you. Come on up. Come on. I don't know where he just went. Come see Mama. Come. Good boy. Good boy. So let me just pull a couple more so we can finish up the health and then get to, love, work. Because health clearly wants to come out first. You have the Empress. For real? What was that all about, dude? This could be a mother, a miscarriage. This is 2 of Pentacles, but this is like reflecting. Look at all that ice, mountain, sun, the star. Star's been at the bottom of the deck a lot lately. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I think I just recognized it yesterday, but it was a lot. Was it a lot? Oh, dear Lord. It's almost like yesterday's read too. Like threw me off. Like even the channeling. So I was like, do I delete this? Do I not? That's why I had to clear the board, guys. If you're jumping on and still wondering why I cleared the board from yesterday, it was just I don't want to read a third party scenario that already went down. It's just that simple. Been there, done that. This could be your daughter. This could be your mother. It could be a grandmother. Everybody's kind of wondering, is it time? Is it not? But this is like, this reflection is more like crystal clear, good memories. And you notice how people get older and they start sharing stories with you. And my dad was like, oh, when I was younger and I was going through fireman training, I was like, you're a fireman? He's like, yeah, but I didn't go that route. And I didn't know he wanted to be a cop at one point. And my mom was like, I'm not marrying a cop. So there went that. I was like, wow, okay. And, like I said, like, is it time? Is it not time? We just don't know. She's been struggling, had every surgery she can. There's nothing else that can be done, not to mention she had 2 pounds of freaking fluid taken out of her lungs the other day. So it's just, I think dying of cancer and knowing you're dying is like the worst. It's gotta be the worst. But when you come to terms with it, it's good. We're there around the clock. And my mom did the same thing when she was diagnosed. Like, okay, did I live a good life? Was I a good mom? Was I a good friend? Would I do anything different? Like all that, went through our head. And I don't know if that's us prepping for our next life. But that was in like the very beginning. And they do say when, they're kind of ready to go, they're more comfortable with it. And I pray that she gets out of there, but I think people are underestimating and not really comprehending what we're all seeing. How on earth do you fight 2 viruses and 2 bacterial infections? And that first identified bacteria infection is very rare for someone to catch it. And the majority of people that do catch it is really only cancer patients. Or like infants, hand, foot, and mouth, but the infants get a different bacteria compared to like adults, but it's in the same family. Could be something with classified drugs here. Could just be thinking about somebody who passed away. This could be somebody looking at you as the mother of their children, or just, future. This could be an energy of somebody like, what the fuck, what went wrong, what was different. Why did I treat this person this way? It's, there might be some comparing here. And I even contemplated whether or not to keep you guys up to date. I keep you up to date. You guys are my, friends. We're more than just a YouTube channel. So it is very personal stuff for her. It's personal for me. I don't mind sharing like my scoop, my situations, but that's hers, But I do think if she's going to go, she's going to be content. I worry about like the good days and the bad days. Like one day she was all excited, she had to put oxygen on, her lungs got drained the other day, so of course she's going to feel better. They took out 2 pounds off of her chest. So, and then the next day back to oxygen, feeling weaker. So she's like, I just feel like, one day of improvement, and then, it goes down and backwards, and I'm just kind of feeling depressed, and like, but your body needs time to recoup, so you're not going to have a good day every day, I guess is what Spirit's trying to say with you guys right now. And that was something that did come out with an internal love too, in the sense of just try to balance the emotions and, make sure you're hanging out with the right people, watching your energy. It did talk about somebody coming in soon. As of right now, I wouldn't worry about it unless it's you that is the one that needs to approach. If it's somebody at a distance and they're just not ready yet, then so be it. Don't even really give it any thought. Just continue to do what it is you do. Because I don't know if good is coming in before fake or vice versa. He met a man, the man gave him months to live. He either met with God or all the fears coming out. Yeah. There's a lot of delusion here too, confusion too. It's a tough situation, but I've been on top of it since I got the diagnosis, and then the surgery she had after. Like, even compared to the surgery she had 2 years ago in October, the most you have to live is like 21 months. There's certain procedures you can't do. That's why she's like, it's kind of like a trial, but not a trial. The FDA approved it. It's like a gene therapy type thing, which they made her stop taking, which she was pretty bent out of shape about that too, because that kind of gives her an extra few months. I forget the point of that story. I just got distracted with Max and peanut butter. But so technically, it's her time. I haven't been asking about the hemoglobin or, certain other things. I just want the basics, because I'm like, okay, well, is the kidney damage? And, they don't like to talk to you straight, because once you get to 5, and she's right at 3, once you get to 5, it's kidney failure. They do have a medicine that seems to be keeping it stable, but even staying at that level, is damaging the kidneys. So I haven't been looking at her EGF, EFG. I haven't been looking at stuff like that. I'm just more concerned about the kidneys. And for the longest time, they were concerned about the kidneys and the blood pressure. Because when you have low blood pressure, also your kidneys don't like to work. It affects your kidneys. And she's been having issues with her kidneys this whole entire time since she was diagnosed. But not the levels these high. But she's also fighting 2 viruses, the common cold, and then the other one, either water, food contamination, or soil. But you usually get that within 24, 48 hours. So it's like, I don't even know how that would happen. But sometimes when that happens, it causes pneumonia. And she just doesn't have regular pneumonia. She has post-obstructive pneumonia. So it's harder to treat because the medicine can't get back there where it needs to be. So she's fighting. I mean, the fact that she's fighting 5 things and she's still talking and laughing, good days, bad days, is pretty fucking amazing if you ask me. But I think people are like really pumped, like she might be able to come home, this and that. But it's like, if that is the case, which would be wonderful, I think it would still be smart to have like a nurse come every day, or like call it hospice, call it what you want. But even when palliative care came in, I was like, are you guys going to tell us and be straightforward? Because I noticed the doctor's beating around the bush a lot, and I know what I'm talking about. And she's like, I know some. She's like, I've known you for 2 years. I've been talking to her for 2 years now in regards to my mother. I'm very realistic when it comes to things. I'm not expecting the worst outcome, but I just mentally like to be prepared. That way I can help her. And it does help knowing what she's going through. You know, she had a bad day, my blood pressure is down, this and that. She's like, well, she's like, I'm just, dizzy or lightheaded. And I'm like, that's because of your blood pressure, Mom. It's not all these other medicines, but just, and they've been pumping her with 10 different antibiotics until they figure out what this is, because it wasn't killing it. And we just got the sputum test back yesterday, which takes days, just like a blood culture. So now they can target that, but it's hard to target, and that bacteria you need, I think 3 different antibiotics throughout the day at very particular times. But this feels like feel good energy. Let me just get up top and below, and then we can switch to something else. Wow. Ace of Wands, look at that hand. If you guys have a palm reader around you, you could do that. I wouldn't download an app. I notice there's a lot of apps out there like that too, and it's palm reading is cool, but I mean, this is AI tracing your hand, guys. Okay, so that's the government having your fingerprints. If you don't have your fingerprints in the system, I certainly wouldn't go around downloading apps to have your palm read, if you get what I mean. So Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, 6 of Cups, but this 6 of Cups is sorrow. This could be the way somebody treated you as well, is kind of what I'm getting too. But if this is health, something could come back around, because again, 6 of Cups, but it's sorrow. You don't typically get sorrow. So again, like I'm almost positive I mentioned, this could be the way somebody treated you. It could be somebody who's dying, who's, things are running through their head. But my mom did that in the very beginning. We didn't think she was even going to survive the surgeries, so that she first had. And, she's do not resuscitate either. So I don't blame her. I really don't. But it's hard. Like, anything could happen. Her heart rate was high the other day. God forbid it spiked and you need like a little shock. They're not going to do it. I know it seems awful to say, but I just hope if she goes, they take it quick. And that's really what I'm asking for. Because it seems like she's going through a lot, and it is suffering, but I don't feel like she's really suffering. I feel like they have it all under control, pain, certain things. It sucks, obviously, but and I know some people might say that sounds awful to say, but to me, I'd rather something like that happen versus being home for months in bed and can't walk and barely sit up, and that's suffering. That's just not fair. It's not, and the song came in the other day too, like a million ways to die or 100 ways to die, that silly song that was coming in for a while. But my dad getting off the highway, going 45 off the off ramp, just like everybody else, slowing down before the light. It's quite the ramp where you can, go 40, and so you decide to slow down with the light. You had cars behind him, and this car was in the wrong lane, on the highway, going onto the highway the wrong way, flying by these cars and my dad. And luckily, there's 2 lanes down there to go right or left, 2 lanes to go left and 1 to go right. And the guy was drunk. He clearly didn't know what the fuck he was doing. My dad almost said he had a heart attack. Like, it was a situation where it would have been head on if there wasn't another lane. And all the other cars were probably like, what the fuck? And he was flying. He's like, my life flashed in front of my eyes. You know? He's like, I would have been dead. And then he's like, and I don't wear a seatbelt. Well, maybe that should make you think again. Maybe you should wear a seatbelt. You know, it's just little things like that rattle you. So, again, you know, I'm only sharing my mother's story because you guys have been, you know, the OGs have, you know, kind of know what's going on, and there's that, you know. So, and again, I really think the birds are really communicating with people. And these I think all birds, but I just noticed the dove there with the Empress. Purity. Doves aren't usually released at funerals. They're usually celebration. I'm wondering, I bet some people release doves when somebody passes. I'm not really sure. Because that impending death came out strong, and it's, you know, my mom's is inevitable, whether it's months longer or, you know, it's just, you never know. I just want the doctors to be straightforward with us because they're not using words that I know. Like, they're not telling her that her kidneys are damaged. They're telling her that her kidneys are not happy and they want to get the number lower. I mean, you guys are doctors. I get what you're doing, but in my head, be straightforward. Her kidneys are already damaged. I don't know how the kidneys can repair themselves at this stage. They can, it's possible. But she's fighting 5 different things, guys. So something's bound to not work, you know. It's like a guessing game with medications. They were putting out all different antibiotics, you know, to cover this, cover that, cover this until they could figure out what it was. But all these hands, again, like a healer, or you're a good caregiver, you could be a hospice worker. You could be good with just the dead, working with the dead. I mean, people were shocked when I sat with my Nana until the funeral home, the coroner got there. And I took her rollers out, fixed her blanket, just talked to her. She was holding her rosary beads because she prays every night. And I just went through the rosary with her. And it didn't even faze me. But other people in my family were shocked. And I didn't know why they were shocked, like as if it wasn't normal. To me, like, that's normal. Like, so, but to a lot of people, I guess it's not. And they were just like so appreciative that I even took the rollers out too. Like, Nana would have had a heart attack leaving this house with the rollers in. You know, it's just like little things that you do and you don't realize the impact it makes. Like, my surgeon came in, another example, my surgeon came in the other day. yesterday, and he is fucking sharp looking. The way he dresses, his pants are a little higher. You can see his socks, they're always fun. His shirt, his cuffs, like it's just, I told him, I'm like, you look really sharp. You look really good. He was laughing. He was like, thank you. He's like, oh, it's such a compliment. He's like, did the girls say something? And I'm like, no, why? Are the girls giving you shit about your shirt? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I love it. Your whole entire is just, you aced it. And it's funny because last month I said the same thing to you guys. Someone's teenager son had passed away, Angelo, and she had wrote, just do something nice for somebody today or the next couple days. And out of nowhere, the guy was walking, I was parking, and he happened to be right next to me in the car. And I when I got out of the car, I knocked on the side window, and he was like, huh? He didn't even want to put the window down. But then when he did, I was like, I was just like, I just have to tell you how like damper you look. Like you look like I couldn't take my eyes off you. And he was handsome, but that's not what I was pulled to. It was just the way he carried himself. And he's like, oh my God, that means so much to me. You have no idea. And he put his heart on his chest as if like he was going to cry, so there's something going on, just, very supportive energy. A mother is supportive. Empress is supportive. She's nurturing. I mean, that's the way it should be, especially with the young or the children or what you do for a career. Some of you could be teachers. Good morning. And I'm not sure. I'm not doing the first shift. I'll be there probably like from noon to 5, and then Kim will take over. And it sounds like Dad's about to leave. He's doing the morning shift today. When my dad does the morning shift, we don't really get the updates. But I was doing the morning shift. But I want to be home to do trick-or-treating tonight for the kids. So, and it's important to my mom that I do that as well. So, which is nice because now I'm able to spend some time with you without rushing off to get anywhere. But it's, I do really good updates, to say the least, my dad would just usually give us like the blood pressure, things like that. So when the nurse will come in, instance, BP 82/58, same meds as yesterday. Creatinine 2.89, 2 pounds taken out of the chest as well. So things like that. Like I'm a good news deliverer, And Grandpa's dad is still walking around at 8 o'clock. So I'm usually up at the hospital, let's say 6 or 7 in the mornings. I'm not with you guys. Getting up, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, getting out of bed. So you could be depressed. There could be depression here, and you need to start like a new routine. You need to get out of like a routine or a pattern, because that was in the other read that I wanted to continue off of when it comes to the POY MDS, which is my other channel, guys. Prophecies of your modern day Citrus. Okay. Oh, you can't really see the Empress. Sorry about that, troops. Let me see if I can get that a little closer. Helps a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. There you go. There you go. Oh, thanks. I'll harass him then. LOL. And you never harass me anytime. When I get there, I can give you some updates. I want to say that could be Mia walking around, but I doubt it. It sounds like a heavy boot. Nope, he's here. This is why I do morning shift, guys. It's like, come on, what are you doing? So something could be illuminated here. You got brilliance, but this Six of Cups with this sorrow is really, it's not even like the Three of Wands. You know? I mean, the Three of Swords. Could be something like childhood or and you know what gets me too that I never did. I wanted to get my mom like a book for her to like fill out or like little pins or something that she can talk into and give messages to the kids. But I didn't want to say, hey, do you want to do this? Because I know you're eventually going to die. Thought it was kind of intrusive. And then when she was sleeping yesterday, I was there. I was like, I wonder if I can get like the sound of her heartbeat. I don't know how they would give that to us, but they probably could. Just so we have something like that. I'm that type of person that I'd like something like that. Or I said the other day, like, maybe I can get her to, record happy birthday on the phone. And then when it's somebody's birthday, we can all listen to it. So I'm getting emotional. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, but it's almost something I wish I had talked about her with before and she kind of did. I mean, I'm that person where I would leave something like that if I knew this was happening, letters, notes, and she might not be, but to me, I think it's just going to make her really emotional if I ask her to do it. But I also think that it's extremely important because some people that will help, her voice, her face. So this could be, again, somebody who's already passed and you're thinking about them and reminiscing. But there's also something about this situation in regards to health, something with a plot. So I don't know if it's a plot of land or a cemetery. Something with a cemetery. But my mom is, so not my mom, but she's getting cremated. But my Nana got cremated and they still gave her a plot. Huh. Again, I think this is somebody that you've already known. Someone that I used to know. Maybe in a different different timeline. Past life is what I'm trying to say. Gosh. My collarbone, left collarbone was just pressure. Eternal flame is what I keep hearing with eternal love here. Again, guys, this could be an ancestor coming to visit you, like passing the baton. It's definitely about hands. I want to say in the last couple months it was something. It was either all eyes or all hands. I want to say it was hands, but I'm not positive. Can you guys remember if it was like eyes or hands? It was one or the other, and it stuck with the readings for a little while. I'm almost positive it was hands. Be right back. Wow, I just got up nicely. Thought my hip was going to hurt for sure right now. jeez. That's a bummer. Hopefully you get some rest today. I had to run upstairs, and then I was getting ready to put my contacts in, and they weren't in the bathroom, so I don't know what I did with them. Give me 1 more second. Yeah, me too. And when he leaves you, he's going to come back. And then I'm going to come see you. And then come back for trick or treat. When your nurses come in, remind them that you want the Imodium. Okay, what the actual fuck? I mean, I just don't even understand, like, where would they go? They did not want to open a new pair. Just didn't make any fucking sense right now. Alright, one more look. If I can't find them, I'll be back. I don't think they're under here, but it makes sense for me to bring them over here. No. Okay, love you. See you later. What the actual fuck? Found them. Sorry, guys. I gotta stop reminding myself every day. I'm spicing it up in here with cranberry tart. I wanted my other one. Oh, it's over there. I'm back. I would try to timestamp that. That was just a lot of wind. But it's supposed to be nice today in New England. Okay. I just heard Stacy. Two of crystals. So you got 2 2s, 2 aces, 1 3, 5 of crystals at the bottom of the deck, but that's like negative energy. This 9 of coin is great. Harvest time. 10 of crystals. It's like the 10 of swords. 2 of swords. 10 of swords. This 10 of crystals is about stars. I'm just looking at that diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Like you're over whatever this is. Like you're, or in the midst of, things that are going on in your life. You seem to be handling it with grace. But there is an important decision to be made. Someone here could be fighting over a will. Really listen to your intuition. That's been coming out. I keep getting drawn to the black cat. Whatever this new start is, I like it. 2 of wands, page of bats. So this could be, you're looking at something, you're watching something. But it also talks about going in a new direction, research. Could be in regards to bats. Bats came through the other day. There's that black cat. Looks like a messenger. They could be trying to tell you something in your dreams. People are watching you. Careful, because that came up over here where it's unavoidable. And with the Empress, you got 4 bats resting. You got the Emperor, so it could be a husband and wife. You could be, there's the cat. Does he take over the cat? I don't know if this is a grandmother, a grandfather. It feels like someone already passed away here. Some of you is a friend. They could have been an Aries. Within the last couple of months, somebody passed away here. And I'm also still hearing impending. And again, it's just that time of year, I saw like protesters, I think it was on Facebook, and they always do that. But this one was like, don't get the flu shot. Don't get and you never see those. You know what I mean? Like she's probably has all that information that I presented to you guys in one of those videos with the POYMDS. And like if you end up sick and you have to take an ambulance ride, the chariot's not out, but it's been out. But from your home, when this pandemic really becomes obvious, it's already out. They're just not really talking about it. They won't even let you get in the ambulance without mandatory shot, flu shot, and the flu that's going around is the Zika. It's not. It doesn't need a shot, guys. Something with politics here too. Somebody could be having nightmares over here as well. I don't typically see the emperor holding a cross. He's holding a cross. It's almost like he's chained there with an orange and a black cat. But it's almost like an offering. But I'm not sure. This energy could be getting pushed away. Something heavy on this person's mind, which would make sense if this is, how they lost somebody. But I look back at looking at my Nana and stuff, like it was just a peaceful death, like it's so sad when I think about her, obviously, but this is something that seems something like that, but more, it comes with more sorrow. Again, you might want to research Day of the Dead, November 1st and 2nd. I don't know if it's something you want to celebrate with them. You don't have to be Mexican to celebrate, certain traditions. I like all sorts of traditions. Like I like Buddhism and I like Hinduism. Spirit's like, can you just pick one? And I know they'd rather me do Hindu over being a Buddhist. Hindu goes back further. It's kind of like they follow like I wouldn't say rules, but they follow like animism. They follow that, paganism, that type of stuff, where people just cherished what they wanted to, earth, and until Christianity came in, fucked it all up. Sorry if you're a Christian, but I mean, it's in the Bible, guys. You're the ones that took away other people's religion because you wanted yours to be number one. It's pretty fucking selfish if you ask me. So I feel like there's some anger here from like an ancestor maybe when it comes to selfish energy here. Someone's definitely watching you. Wouldn't worry about it though. That energy's been coming out. Let's see this Ace of Swords. The Fool. Yeah. It's clear communication. Something's coming your way. Got the Fool over here as well. So it will be illuminated. And I really think this is through intuition. And look at that black cat. And the black cat is not in every single card. Well, it might be. But sometimes it has red eyes and sometimes it has yellow. Like these ones are yellow. These ones are red. When I saw it here, it looked like to be the same black cat. But when I saw it over here, it was a different black cat. So that's interesting. So this, you're still vibing here. I don't know if something here resets your life. Yeah, because you got the World. With the Two of Pumpkins, which is down here with the Two of Crystals, but that's like delusion. Oh, that's the Ten, I'm sorry. You got the reflection with the Two of Worlds here. What was at the bottom again? Yeah, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. But this is more about reflection and the fact that the Six of Cups came out, but this Six of Cups represents sorrow. Again, it could be the way somebody treated you. But this is an ending and a beginning. Like you're about to see the world. You're about to travel. You might be a photographer. You might do like a solo thing. That came out the other day strong for somebody. I plan on doing that too. I definitely plan on traveling and doing it, setting things up the right way, putting time and effort into location. So there could be travel here. And it's just crossing your mind, or this could be that your mother's father, because I feel like this person's here but not here. So it's creating a whole new world in the midst of sorrow as well. And I feel like with that cross there, it's like the baton, something getting passed down. But it's, I don't know, maybe this person is a Christian. I don't know if you're against Christians or it doesn't, most spiritualists don't really, pay mind to other people's religions in the sense of whatever makes you happy and, then it makes you happy. This could be a priest coming in and giving the last rites. My mom had that done at the house a while back. So they're bringing my mom into it as a prime example of something here, guys. But this is about your life here and now, your experiences. You're definitely shutting the door to something. Has anybody been feeling their catalyst energy by any chance? I have the last couple days, and I'm like, oh, it's very sentimental. It's very bittersweet. I did reach out, and he didn't reply, which is fine. But it's like some days, because he's in a relationship, and I don't want him to think I want to come in between that, or I don't want to fuck that up, I just came across, I was thinking of the energy, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll go on Facebook, kind of scoop him out a little bit and see if he's still with so-and-so or whatnot, just because I don't want to intrude. And he was, but I saw a picture of him. It's like, I don't know what his vibe was in that picture. It was a whole bunch of just stuff, but like not in a romantic way. I just feel like it'd be nice if we can be friends, because when we came back around, it wasn't like a friend thing. It was more like, I ended up being a catalyst. But I said, I promise I'm not trying to get in the middle of anything in regards to you every day, but there's just some days I wish we could chat and boost each other's energies. But I almost feel like it's impossible, It's so nice to have what I experienced with him, but I know he's not my forever, I don't even look at him like that anymore. But there's just some days where it's like, it would be nice to like just talk to each other and catch up and again, like just boost each other's energies, because we have the connection we have, and we're able to do that for each other, but I might never talk to him again in my lifetime, guys. I don't know, but I just was wondering if you guys were feeling it, and three of you said, yeah. So, and this might not even be towards that person. This could just be a memory of somebody else. It just happened to be who woke me up And the Fool is here twice, so it kind of makes sense. So some of you could be starting a new journey. It definitely looks like you guys are starting a new journey. And just because I reached out to him doesn't mean, I want him or this and that. It's just, it'd be nice if we could just manage to be friends, but it's very hard for us to do that. I'm sure eventually we'll get to the place and, might be able to do that. But right now, I think it's pretty much a no-go, which is fine. But it did bring me back in that energy. Like, I can pour my heart out to him in a text message, but I can do that with other people too. But he really brings out my reading skills. Even though I'm capable of them, I don't need his energy. But when I feel energy like that, when I feel his energy or something we shared, it enables me to kind of recognize maybe a reflection, the do's and the don'ts and things that are important to me and other people. So, he wasn't in my life for like 5 years, and then came back within, the last year. And it kind of started off how it ended in the sense of, connecting again that way. And then kind of disappearing again. And then he has a girlfriend. And I think I said to you guys, I'm like, and she's very down to earth. And I'm like, man, did I really peg him wrong? And the thing is, I think I did, but that's because of what he projected towards me. Because I probably bring out the things in him he doesn't want to talk about. He doesn't want to acknowledge. I've already been through that. And it's such a strong connection. It makes you like, are you making the right choice if you get back together or you have a conversation? It makes you question a lot of things because it's clearly a past life connection. I'll never take that connection for granted. I can fall in love with somebody else and live my life out perfectly happy and not even give them a thought. But he changed my world. He was a catalyst. We both agreed, and before coming down, that this would happen. Like, I had a very strong experience. Like, this was destined. It was meant to happen and go down this way. And it's unexplainable. So when you have a situation like that, it's pretty damn fucking special. But it doesn't mean you won't have a special relationship with somebody else like that. It's just, it's personally what I experienced. And it was out of this world experience for both of us. And he's the one that always called me a bruja. So maybe I scared him again. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I know I've been feeling that energy again more than the current past or any other thing in my past. It's been more about, the connection that me and him have that is no longer there. It's there, but it's not in play. But I can take that and put other things into play. Does that make sense? It depends on what you experience. Like, I experienced Kundalini rising. The experience we had was just, we really had to question, what the fuck just happened? There's no way in life I'll get that with somebody else. And same with him. But that doesn't mean I can't fall in love with somebody else and live out my life in a beautiful way. It's just, it'd be nice to boost each other's energy like that. But in all reality, you can charge yourself, guys, So whatever it is or whomever it is on your mind, definitely don't overthink it or get stuck in that type of situation is basically what I'm trying to say, because this doesn't even look like a catalyst energy on the board. This just looks like maybe a new person or somebody you do know. It's closing one door, opening another door, starting off new. You're dead serious when it comes to your life with the Fool in the World, with the Ace of Swords, with your brilliance, intelligence, that type of stuff. There's nothing stopping you. There's so many cards in between, and it's the first card in the deck and the last card in the deck, and you're gonna see your way through that, no problem. It's almost like saying goodbye to that part of the world, and going in a new direction, being inspired. So remember, a lot of energies can inspire us and put us where we need to be. And, say somebody's watching me in my past and they're coming this way, it's not my catalyst. They would probably be discouraged with what I just said. But I mean, that's life and they're not here. They're not in front of my face like this, like the reading, you know what I mean? But it's nothing for them to be discouraged about because everybody shares energy the way it's supposed to be shared when it comes to a soulmate. Just because I had that beautiful experience and a hard experience does not mean that I can't connect with other people on that level. Because I can. It's depth, So it might be why there's a situation here that's kind of being held, I wouldn't say held back, but just lots going on in October, going into November. You asked me, October went by pretty fucking quick. It's kind of like time to reap your harvest. And you might have somebody here who's delusional that, tries to come back and it's like, why? Because you've changed. So it's kind of a whole different vibe down here. And I don't think you're going to be experiencing these Ten of Swords anymore or necessarily anytime soon. It could be something with like emotions, but not, to me, it's not connected to like a breakup, even if you're going through one. This really is about you, whatever this is. I saw the sign. I opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. So, life is outstanding. Something. Really, I'm getting pulled to the gut again. And I didn't know this deck had cats on it. On the top. So this black cat is, can mean a lot of things for different people, but it doesn't have to be black. This is just, superstition. So this is the Six of Pentacles, which kind of came out the other day. The Queen of Bats, which is the Queen of Wands. So you have her twice. You have the Fool twice. But this is like reciprocity. This is that moon's looking down at her, smiling, and she's calling in the bats. So it's something with bats, too. And it's funny, I was looking at an animal video the other day, and this woman actually saved a bat. And now it's like her house pet. And he's just fucking adorable. Intelligent. So you're leaving this Ten of Swords behind, like it doesn't exist anymore. Bats are swords. I've been saying wands this whole time. So you only got one Queen of Wands. How did that happen? That's interesting. It is the Queen of Swords. It almost feels like somebody wants to come back and play or talk to you. You turn your back. You'd rather play with a bat. Because the Six of Pentacles feels like, no. Then I got the Ace of Coin. Nine of Swords. If anything, this is your new stat. With the Ace of Pumpkin here. And the Ace of Cups. Holy shit. Okay, so, and then the Nine of Pumpkins again, which is right here. It's like this person's right in front of you. Peanut butter. Why y'all my cats? I think this is actually a really good thing, but whatever is karmic, I'm hearing Saturn return. A lot of people are receiving karma too, but those who are not receiving karma, you're going to flow through this transit. It's actually going to be a really good transit because it's like lessons already learned, you know you have to proceed here. So do know that there's something karmic in the background, which is okay. I think you'll figure that out. Best advice for the Six of Pentacles. Because it almost looks like you're turning your back while doing something. But here, mutual respect, unity, closeness, inspired, optimistic, and success. And that Six of Coin is about mutual respect as well. So you can definitely say goodbye to this Ten of Swords. I don't think you'll end up having that energy in your life anymore as of right now. Not when it comes to like karma. Just Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Energy rushing towards you or will be in some type of information with the Ten of Wands. It is a little heavy. It might be concerning. Got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But this might be somebody who now has enough confidence. The Queen of Pentacles and the Devil wanted to pop out. Has enough confidence. Maybe they walked away from somebody. I feel like somebody here has confidence now to come towards you after dealing with the Devil, which is down here. So it could have been somebody's wife, ex-wife, somebody's partner, escaping the karma, now has the confidence to come towards you. Seems like it's, okay news. You're still pretty, you still look pretty solid here considering you're carrying the 10 backpacks. So this could be an energy where someone comes in and helps, take some weight off your shoulders, helps you in, different ways. So please put the light out tonight for your ancestors. You have some really nice energy coming towards you. And I really think you guys should celebrate the Day of the Dead. All right. I'm going to do all the other, this was a collective. I am going to do all the other elements, but I want to do it upstairs with Loki so he's not left by himself. So I am going to have to unplug you. There is an I'm sorry here too. But let me grab my 4 decks. I use toes crows, something with it. Maybe a foot fetish. Maybe, someone has a foot fetish and they just aren't telling you. I don't know. My DNA that passed away a couple years ago had a foot fetish. And I was like, oh my, like everybody knew it. Like when they came across funny memes, they would post it on his Facebook. It wasn't a shock. Everybody knew it. So someone could just like your toes and they're not telling you. Somebody here has a foot fetish. But we are going to jump into Earth first. So let me grab a few more decks and I'll meet you upstairs in 5 minutes. Love you guys. Bye.